What's up? We are back again, and just thought I'd get on. This is probably maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. I'm just gonna get on for a little while. I'm gonna start cooking me some dinner here shortly. But yeah, I am just piddling around along with this new new enchanter, and I took all the well. Ain't that just perfect? I took all the gear that I did have on it, except what I actually bought for myself. I've sold pelts and stuff like that, and bone chips and spider silks and such. And I bought the water crystal staff and the crude stein. Everything else is cloth armor. So this is 100% legit. I did level a few levels with a little bit of gear, not much. I don't have anything high level on green to twink out characters. So, God, these spiders, I tell you. What's so? What's he con? He's blue con. So I need to make another. Try to make an even con pet. So I'm gonna go back up there on the ramp and try to make me an even con pet. I don't have spider silk, no. So no, let's just go back and make a. Let's go make an even con. May take me some time. Yeah, boom. Want an even con pet. This how we're gonna do it today, eh? Don't make me have to pause my video. Yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. Really? This is how we're gonna do it. Alright, so I'm gonna pause the recording until I get an even con, because the blue con pets suck. So that means I'm level 5, which means a blue con would be level 4. I don't want no damned level 4 pet. So, BRB as I regen. Well, let's do one real quick and see. Nope. BRB. First one I try is even con. Wait, no. Yeah. So, I thought I conned myself, but I didn't. But yeah, today I think just gonna do a little leveling, and I want to talk about something from my distant past, my early days of Valensec PvP, Team PvP server. Now, I know it eventually died off, and I think the Zek server is still up on live, but it's just dead. 5 or 6 people playing. And, but I played EverQuest back in the day when the PvP servers were brand spanking new. And I remember the Rallosec was out, I believe, first, and but then the team PvPs came out, and I want to say Talonzek was first, but there were so many people on Talonzek that they had to make a sister server, and that's when Valenczek was born. And I went to Valen because Talonzek was just a big cluster, and So naturally, I played Dark Team. I still think the Dark Elves are the master race in EverQuest. And me and my best friend Wendell, we both rolled. Which actually, he started EverQuest on some Care Bear server, little before me. And are these large? They are. And I was playing Dark Age of Camelot at the time. And he was like, "You got to come play this game." No, I wasn't playing Dark Age Camelot. Dark Age came out after EverQuest. I don't even remember what I was playing. Um, but anyway, he got me to come to EverQuest on what was the name of that? Quelios was the name of that server. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll see what this game's about. It was just classic EQ, no expansions, no anything. And here, buddy, maybe this will help you hit harder. Hope it doesn't hurt you. And but when Valenzetti came out, I didn't like Ralos because it was just a free for all clusterfuck. I just didn't care for it. But when the Team PvP servers came out, that is probably the best MMO experience I've ever had. Ever. We ended up going to Valenzetti, and like I said, naturally we were Dark Team, and or Evil Team. I forget what we just call it, Dark Team or the Evils, whatever. And so it started out a three-way, neutrals, good team, neutral team, and evil team. And it started out where it was actually a pure three-way team versus team server. And but it quickly degraded into evil, the dark team versus everybody, because neutrals and the good team, they banded together, so to speak, and became allies against the evil team. And so it was the dark team versus what did we call them, the ones that not cross teamers. It was dark team versus cross teamers. And I won't never forget, the unity of the dark team was just ridiculous. I remember my most fond memory was when the cross team attacked Nectalos Forest and Neriak. And I mean, this was like several hundred players battling it out. And me and Wendell was part of that. I won't never forget it. And I mean, they all formed up, the cross teamers formed up out in the East Commons and attacked, and we were all just inside the Nectalos Forest zone, waiting on them. And they started coming through, and all hell broke loose. And that is, I mean, I've been now Dark Age Camelot, and I've seen what we call Zergs, where they run around and just Zerg every goddamn thing, was nothing compared to what went on. I'm surprised we didn't crash the server. There were so many people attacking us, and we defended Neriak and Nectalos Forest. Now, they got all up in Nectalos Forest, but they never got in Neriak. And I mean, Dark Team prevailed, yay! And that battle, which has been properly called Battle for Nectalos Forest, because it never made it inside Neriak, and that battle lasted anywhere from between 16 and 18 hours. I've never been so tired in my life. I was young back then, and we were in it from the beginning until the end. Me and Wendell were, and I mean the battle never let up. It stayed just as heavy and intense from when it started till right at the end. And I remember this is what makes it so cool is me and Wendell, we both worked law enforcement. He retired before me. He had over 20 years. He was like 24, 25 years or so. I retired 28 years. I got injured on the job in the line of duty, and so I'm medically retired now. But we were both at the time working in law enforcement, and we both called in sick the next day because we didn't want to leave the fight, and we both of us called in sick, and everybody at the department knew that me and him were best friends. So, and then we both call in sick that day, together, and so of course they knew it was bullshit, and we called a ribbon when we got back. But anyway, we called in and finished that battle. I mean, there was a lot of pride in that. I mean, I remember Dark Team really there's another high quality. I need to go to the tunnels and sell my stuff. Dark Team really did dominate that server, and they had the numbers, but we were way more unified. But I have a lot of fond memories of EverQuest Valenczek PvP or Team PvP server. I mean, in Lower Guck was one of the most fun PvP zones in the whole game, I think, because and track was rough too. But I think Lower Guck was the most contested, and Dark Team just pretty much always controlled Lower Guck. Cross teamers wanted it so bad, and we never would give it to them. And let me see. So some things I remember about Valenczek. I remember the early days of VZ, Valenczek. I'll just say VZ for short. I remember a guy named, he was a barbarian. I want to say he was a warrior. God, I don't ever play melee classes. I'm thinking that the melee tank class is a warrior. I think that's it. God, I've been playing EverQuest since it came out, and I don't remember the main tank class. Anyway, I remember his corpse was laying in just inside the lava storm zone, like right when you come out of the tunnel inside lava storm. Somebody killed him, and it laid there for about a week before he finally went back and got it. Let me see here. Rapin was his first name. Pillage was his last name. He kept that name for a long time before the admins made him change it. Rapin Pillage. I'll never forget that. He was one of my good friends. We leveled together. My main at the time was a cleric. It ended up being a necro down the road. But my first main was a cleric that I took. And back then, when Canark dropped, it stayed for a year or so, I mean, before another expansion come out. So, I mean, this was a big deal. But I stayed in the game through Canark. But then Dark Age of Camelot came out, and that was all she wrote. I went to Dark Age Camelot and pretty much stayed there. But back to Valenzeck, we started out. I was a founder in the guild Black Sun. Me, Wendell, and Kevin, one of my other local friends, he played a monk. Wendell played a mage. I played a cleric, and then rape and pillage. Of course, he was the SK, and we founded the Black Sun Guild, which later down the road merged into Zanuck Kavin. Or actually, I think we dissolved Black Sun and we formed Zanuck Kavin. And I stayed in Zanuck for, where am I at? I stayed in Zanuck, well, till the end, right around Velios. And then that's when I went to Dark Age Camelot. I remember I had a good friend named Llewellyn. He was a Wood Elf Ranger. And there's a bear. And he was an officer in Elven Royal Guard, another cross team guild. Actually, I think they were. What's going on here? Actually, they weren't a cross team. They just grouped and leveled and played around with other cross teamers. But yeah, Elven Royal Guard. I remember I had a paladin, or no, a druid. Excuse me. I had a druid in Elven Royal Guard because we wanted to bind in Nectalos Forest and just terrorize the Dark Elves, which we did. Me, Llewellyn, Wendell. It was just us three, I believe, and we all made druids and bound. And we went to level 14, I believe, where we could bind. And we went to Nectalos Forest and terrorized the shit out of them. Speaking of terrorizing people, there was an enchanter that bound at the halflings, maybe? I don't remember. But that's back when Charm worked on characters. And he used to charm players before they nerfed it. And he would make them, while they were his pets, he would make them go and attack the piranhas in the river. And he had good faction with the Dark Elf Guards. Oh, another one. I don't remember his name. He was a halfling rogue he was low level. I don't remember what level he was. I don't remember. I mean, not, like level 1 or 2. He was like level, I don't remember. He might have been like level 20 or 19 or something. I don't remember. Anyway, he had himself bound in Neriak. So that rogue was just creeping around Neriak, just killing people at will that were, lower level than him, of course. But I remember he had an epic. He had his epic. He was relatively low level. But I can't remember his name either. But he bound himself in Neriak. And good God, he was a pain in the ass, dude. Because he weren't safe. He went back there and done the wine quest in the library and ended up getting awesome faction. And so nobody would attack him. He done other quests too to raise his faction. Nobody would attack him because of his faction being so high. And I remember him. Now here's something I remember. Excuse me. Royal House Thex. They had probably the most unusual guild on the server. They had nothing but elves, but it was a split guild One half was light elves and high elves, and the other half was dark elves. And I can't remember. I never really delved into that guild. I don't remember how that factioning thing worked with the guild. If they were, I think they were at war with each other. But the funny part about all that is, I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons forever DM. I'm an old man, but I got a group that I run games for and campaigns and such that are older, middle age, 40 plus. I think the youngest I have in my group now is 48 years old, which we're short a couple of players now. But oh shit, fear! Don't kill my. Let's. Okay, here we go. Come here. Hang in there, Lauren. So anyway, in my Greyhawk and Forgotten Realms campaign, I just transferred it over to Forgotten Realms, but it's mainly my World of Greyhawk campaign. I created a homebrew Drow city, Dark Elf City, Drow Elf City. And one of my characters, I don't really want to get into it because if that player happens to watch this video, I don't think they ever will. But there's a lower ranking house called House Thex. It's like the 19th ranked house in this Drow city that I made. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the exact name of the city because it's a Drow name. So I still use House Thex in my D&D for a Drow house. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, I mean a lot. Oh, there's a skeleton over here. I got a lot of whoops. I had a lot of good memories from Valen's Egg. One of the highlights. I mean, now don't get me wrong. On Dark Age Camelot, I was never really much into the RVR part. I did toward the end a little bit, but I was always a Mordred PvP guy. I was on Mordred PvP server from day one until the exact moment they closed the server. That's how dedicated I was. I ran the guild Defiance on there. And, alright, well, this fella's gonna run all over the damn place. But I had a lot of fun in that game too. That's the thing about gaming nowadays with MMOs. You just never get that. I don't know. I don't really care anything for these newer games. I just don't. Now, don't get me wrong. I've play tested Monsters and Memories twice, and both times I walked away with a feeling. I don't know. Monsters and Memories. Thank you for poisoning my damn pet. Monsters and Memories to me felt like they were trying to give you the classic EQ experience, but not doing it very well. I uninstalled it. I'm gonna pass on that game. It just didn't do anything for me, you know. Nothing has even come close to giving me the Dark Age of Camelot and classic EverQuest feel. I have characters over on Red 99, but there's nobody over there. I mean, when you log on, there might be 40 or 50 people playing, and they're all, it's like one guild just doing what they want. There's just no. I played back in the day when like Gong Show was over there and all. And I had a Mana Stone, a Fungi. I mean, I had all high end gear. What did I play? Shaman. I played my Shaman. What was his name? Ah, shit. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what his name was. Or what his name is. God damn. This pet's ass. Which, in all fairness, this is a even con snake. Yeah. But I had so much fun on Red 99 back when it had a population. I mean, it'd be 600 or 700 people playing. That's when that server was fun. So, I know I'm always trying to relive them old memories and stuff, but I don't really enjoy this P99, to be honest. I'm gonna keep playing it casually off and on, but yeah, it's not on that. It's not really. I reinstalled Final Fantasy VII and was going to do a playlist of that. I played it one time for about an hour and I was just like, I'm not feeling it. So I deleted the video, deleted the playlist, uninstalled the game. Right now, I'm not feeling it. If they, I don't know. I miss the old days, and I wish I knew then what I know now. I would have accomplished so much more in those games back then, but I didn't. And which, I mean, I still